That was a pretty good picture. So here we are. Right. 15, 50, 55. That's what it says. So I've just taken this picture. 15, 50, 55. Right. 16th of the 5th, 2022. 16th of the 5th, 1551. 1551. I think this is the first one. Let's go to this. This is the last one. Why is it 1551? There we go. Right, this is the first one. There's the thing. So £244. £244. This is actually less than you're supposed to get, I believe. And then we've got £228. So it starts to go down. You see a gradual going down. £207.73. It went up again. £214. £255. So we've got more than we had here at this point. So we paid off his debts. Whatever it was. And then we went back up to the right amount of money slowly. Still had some other little debts here and there. We gradually got up to £284.47. So next. $15, $51, $23. 15, 51, 10. This one's next. And so then we're on 301. Oh, we're going up even more. Then we go down. Boom! £100 off. 11th of February, 22. From 301 to 22. Then it goes up a little bit. 23, 1. And it goes back up again. And then I go £409. That's the most we've had so far. And then we go back down again. And then we're steady off at 364. I think that's the usual amount that I should be getting at this point. And then we get 694. So that's when I get my rent. That's when I actually find a place to live. So all this time I haven't had a place to live. And I've got to pay £90 service charges while all this is going on. So then we get a house to live in April. 694, 695. I don't know why it went up £1. Okay. 720. Well, that's probably, no, we still should get more than that. 741, that's how much we should be getting. 741. We get it once. We get the full amount once. Rest of the time we've got to be poor. Just a little bit poorer. 20 quid here and there. You know, who notices it? Who goes through their finances and their own benefits? Nobody. Just go, where's all my money gone? Here it went. This is where all your money went. Look. It just kept coming out of your money. This is the minimum that you're allowed to live off of. This is the minimum anybody's allowed to live off of. And they keep taking money out of it. 89, 64, 94, 95, 720, 735, 741, 720. It's just up and down all the time. I cannot budget. How are you supposed to budget when you don't get the same amount all the time? And you don't even know what's coming out. How are you supposed to budget? Right, this is the last few days. 638. Last few months. 638. 69, boom. Take off another 40 quid. 30 quid. Oh, we'll take another 30 quid off. As soon as you're happy with that, we'll take another 30 quid off. 573. 573. Back up to 601 now. So yeah, that's why I'm poor all the time. I don't know what I've got most of the time. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what they're taking. I don't know who's taking it. I mean, I can look at this, and it just says council tax arrears, social fucking. Social loan. Oh, if my dad's out there, I can have 20 hours worth of guests on that StreamYards. So next time we go on StreamYards, that'll be it, because we always do a 10-hour live stream every time we do one. Pardon me. So the lowest money that I get, well, I don't even know. It was something like £200 £200 I had to live off of one time. £200. That were it. That was before I bought anything. Before I paid my debts. Before I paid my service charge when I'm homeless. I was technically classed as homeless. £200. And then my support worker's going, you need to find a place to live. And I'm like, what, for 200 quid? He says, yeah, well, if you didn't spend it all on beer, if I didn't spend it all on beer, I'd have to spend it all on food. So it's fucking, it doesn't matter, does it? You think you can not buy £200 worth of food in a month? And that's before I pay my service charges. I had £110. It was £90 I was paying service charge. By the time I paid my service charge, I had £110 to live off for a month. That's the lowest we got. We were doing that for a couple of months. It was just getting lower and lower and lower, and then I was just like, fuck me. I can't get any lower this, can it? And it just kept going lower and lower and lower, and I'm like, I won't ring benefits up. I thought this is the minimum you're allowed to live off. It says, yeah, we can take 33% of it out of benefits. And I'm like, well, is it 33% yet? I'm sure you've got a third of my money right now. I'm supposed to get £360. I'm left with 200. That's smaller than a third, isn't it? People want me to get a job. Like, nobody looks after me. Why would I look after the world? Why would I bloody contribute? Looks after me, you know. And yeah, call it my own fault for not paying all my money off me for my debts, so I can't live. Like, it's just unacceptable. You can't be going through life like this. People are struggling on like full benefits. If you take even a slight bit of chunk out of that benefits, you're just going to affect people's lives negatively, in my opinion. And that's what's happened to me. That's why I'm an alcoholic. That's why I'm depressed. That's why I'm pissed off at the world. That's why I don't want to work. That's why I can't work. You've made me ill with all this. You bloody sycophants. Just sitting in an office going, oh, Joe's money. Ching, ching, ching. Imagine having that job. Oh, Joe's money, I'll just take it out of his benefits. One day I got a big chunk of money back from, like, tax or whatever. I were afraid to tell the benefits office. I got a tax rebate, just in case they stop me benefits. I can't, even with a tax rebate, I could live for a king for like a month, you know. But I knew I were back to being on benefits again, and if they took their benefits away from me, then I'd have to live. I could just live off the fucking tax rebate I should have got when I was working. I should have been spending that when I was working. No. Get a big chunk of money, and I was afraid to tell the benefits just in case they'd take it off me. Or take my benefits off me or something. You can't be claiming benefits and get a tax rebate. that's savings of a couple of years worth of tax. I don't think they could take it off me, but I was scared, man. Because the amount they take off me all the time. Like you can't declare anything, because if you declare something, you might be fucking homeless or poor, or even poorer than you already are. You can't declare anything. You can't tell them when you've got a job, because then they'll straight stop your benefits, and then you'll be waiting until you get paid. Like, you can't survive on like nothing for like a couple of months while you get paid. Well, that's what they expect from you. I did it. I got a job like that, and I declared it. And they took my money off me. JoeKingAudits finances, and JoeKingAudits finances have failed, of course. And yes, it's probably my fault. But you know, even if it is my fault, is it acceptable? Is this the way people should be living nowadays? Like, I'm not even bothered about myself. Like, I'm an auditor. I'm an auditor, yeah. Right? So I go out and like tell people what to do. Well, you can't park there, you can't do that. You can't tell me what to do. And then like I come to my finances. I lost my train of thought for a second, I think. I come up to my finances and go, I'll audit my finances. And I know I failed, but I'm still gonna do it. Because this might save one other person that's in the same boat as me. And go, I better pay me council tax. I better pay me crisis loans. I don't even know how I would have paid it. Like, once I had my job, even then I couldn't have paid it. Like, I couldn't pay me rent. I couldn't pay me bills. And I was working full time, almost. Well, I was working 0-hour contract, but I was actually getting more hours than fucking full time workers. I was working like 60 hours a week or something. At one point. And I still couldn't afford my bills, and I still didn't pay my council tax, and I still didn't fucking pay anything. I didn't pay nothing. Like, I didn't even pay my bills because I was that skint. I couldn't even, like, I paid my rent and that's about it. And then I stopped paying my rent at the end as well because the guy wasn't doing nothing in the house. Again. Well, he did do stuff in the house, but it took him fucking ages to get around to stuff. And then as soon as I leave the house, he does all the windows and doors, he does all the central heating, he does everything. And I go back and I say, can I have my stuff back? And he goes, oh, I've given it all to charity now. Oh, cheers, mate, see you later. Couldn't make it up. JoeKingAudits story time. I was just this morning I got up and I was like, what shall we do today? Should we do some auditing? Should we go do some work? Should we do some editing? Or shall we just look at universal credit and see how much money like I get every month? It's never the same. It's never the same. It's always different. How can it be different all the time? Like, how can it just change from day to day? Like, it's just not possible. I mean, yeah, I've got like advance payments and budgeting advances and all that sort of stuff. But you'd think, like, if I were getting the same amount of money all the time, I'd be getting the same amount of budgeting advances. So the same amount of money would be taken off every time I get a budget advance, but it's not. It goes up and down, and you don't know where you are. You cannot budget like that. You can't budget. How can I budget? How can I go, right, I've got this much money coming in next month, and then they go, oh, we're taking this out now, and I'm like, all right, so I've got this much money coming out next month. So every time I've got to like redo the budget. There's no budgeting when you don't know how much money you're getting. You can't do it. It's impossible. It's like trying to budget when you're on zero. When you've got zero and you like try to budget on zero. How can you budget on zero? Because it could be zero for all I know. Once I've paid my service charges, once I bought my baccy, once I bought my beers, once I bought some food, that's zero. Then when you're on £110, £110 a month, you know, like it cost me fucking 80 quid in baccy nowadays. It cost me £35. I'm on minus. I'm on minus. If I go back down to £200 a month, I'd be on minus. I'd have my fucking internet bill to pay for, I'd have my baccy to pay for, I'd have my I couldn't even pay my bills. It's just a physical impossibility. Maybe I should get rid of my internet bill. Maybe I should just not get a £35 internet bill and never be on YouTube ever again, because you know I'm skint. Maybe I'm not worthy of having an internet bill because I don't get a job. Maybe I'm not worthy of smoking because I don't get a job. Maybe I'm not worthy of drinking because I don't get a job. Maybe I'm just not worthy in general. But then I just don't feel worthy to even get a job. So you know, it's a win-win for me. Like, you just make me feel unworthy, and I don't get a job. It's that simple. You make me feel unworthy. The benefits makes me feel unworthy, and then I feel unworthy of even getting a job. So, like, you know, congratulations, you've created a poor person. They want you like this. They want you on benefits. They want everybody on benefits. They want everybody on a universal living wage. They want everybody on a universal living wage. They want everybody on the same wages. The poorest, the cheapest wage they can get away with. They want them all on that. It's the only way to figure out where all the money's going. Like, because everyone's corrupt nowadays, so money disappears to bloody India or Pakistan or Poland or Iran or fucking God knows where they take all our money. But yeah, it doesn't stay in this country. And they're like, where's all money going? So they put everybody on benefits. You go, well, this I have this much, so that money's got to go somewhere. And they know everybody's finances. So they want it like that. Of course, they want it like that. It's the only way you can control the finances of the world. You know? Like, how else can you control it if you don't know where everyone's getting money from? Like, you fucked, aren't you? You're not a very good government anymore. You've got to know everything in the government. So that's why they put you on benefits. They want you like that, so they make you feel unworthy, and then you don't want to work, and then you create a. I don't know. Can't. That's all I really wanted to say. Now what we're gonna do? I feel exhausted, man. I feel exhausted. I mean, I have been walking about a lot, like the last last couple of weeks. And we lived outside for like a good 12 hours. Imagine what it's going to be like when I'm homeless. You get used to it. You get used to it when you're homeless. You know, it's like you start off and you like get tired, and then you go to bed, and then you go, oh, I can't be arsed waking up. And then you go, I've got to wake up because I've got to fucking get some wood for fire. So you wake up, and you just force yourself to wake up every morning. Like, you better get up because you're going to freeze to death otherwise. Maybe I should do that with a job I hear you say. Well, I think you are using your money to buy guns to kill each other. Well, as long as that leaves enough money for the rest of us. I cannot care. You kill yourself with your guns. As long as I get more money in the end, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Just send it all abroad, man. Just send it all abroad. They work their ass off. They work their ass off in this country. They create businesses. They rip off the tax, the government, the tax and the government, which I'm not really bothered about, to be honest. But then they take all the money and then move back to Pakistan. Once they've made it, like, right, we're going back to Pakistan now. Trust me, loads of my mates have done it. Loads of my mates have done it. It's not. I mean, maybe they declared everything. Maybe they've like paid the tax fees that they're supposed to pay when they take all the money to fucking Pakistan. But maybe they didn't as well. You know, I'm not going to ask them. I'm not going to go, are you frauding our government? Would you go up to someone and do that? Your friends want to go back to Pakistan? No. Just let it happen. And then everyone suffers because of it. They don't know. They don't think about the suffrage that they cause. I mean, it's not even their fault. It's the government's fault. They should give everyone a decent living wage, and then they won't leave. People won't leave if everyone got fucking a nice bit of money, you know. Nobody would leave. Businesses won't leave. If everybody's looked after in this fucking state, people would fucking get jobs. People would get jobs if people got looked after, you know. Like, why do you think unemployment is going up and up and up? Do you think it's because of COVID? No, that's just an excuse. That's just a distraction to keep more people on benefits. Like, why would you want to like get to work and concentrate on making loads of money when they just go, oh, it's COVID now, sorry, you gotta go, you can't go to work anymore. Like, who would want to work in a society like that? Where at the snap of a finger they can just lock you all away. That's technically what happened, right? Am I wrong about that? I mean, I went out every day playing basketball and stuff. COVID first hit, I was like, fuck this shit. And then they say, oh, you can have some exercise every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, damn right I can. Nobody's going to fucking tell me I can't. And when it first came around, it just said everyone's locked down. They didn't say you could get exercise or anything. I didn't even think about that. Until JoeKingAudits is out every day playing basketball. And then police come round and they go, how long have you been exercising for? And I'm like, does that matter? And he's like, well, yeah, you're only supposed to have one session of exercise per day. And I says, well, this is my one session. How are you going to know any different? He says, well, have you been anywhere else? I says, yeah, I went to the shop. And he says, well, you know, that should be your exercise done. And I'm like, no, I haven't finished yet. I just started, in fact. I've only been out like 8 hours so far. I've only been outside for 8 hours playing basketball. There's another 24 hours left in the day. if you like stay awake for a full day. To pay To pray is free. I'm not even going to answer that. I'm not even going to answer that. It's not really a it's a statement, more than anything. Yeah, there you go. That's what he says. Rennie Johns, Macmillan. Oh, is it Dad? Are you my dad? Would you like to talk on StreamYards again? We've got like 10 hours left, 8 hours left. Well, you can buy a membership to StreamYards and they can do it forever, but that's more expense. I wonder how much a membership is. It's probably about a tenner a month, isn't it? Everything's got bloody memberships nowadays. You can't just have a free website anymore. You have a lot of things to do, so it's not me, Dad. But yes, I have wireless headphones. Cool. So I'm listening. I see. I thought you were going to say you were going to come on. There's not to say, man. There's nothing to say about JoeKingAudits finances apart from, he don't get a job, so it's his own fault. That's all you can say to it, isn't it? That's all you can really say. It's your own fault because you don't get a job. You can't expect handouts everywhere you go. Yeah, in fact, I don't even expect handouts. I expect the money that I'm supposed to get every month, without fail, without debts, without fucking council tax arrears, without crisis loan arrears that I got when I was 23. 20 years ago I got them fucking crisis loan payments, and I'm still paying them back apparently. You can't back it up. As far as I'm aware, them crisis loan payments were made up out of donations that the public give to charity, to this charity, and then the charity give a load of money to pay for people to have crisis loans. They created a business because people donated money for people who are struggling in the worst of the situations, and now the government wants the money back. Now the government wants the money back. So people have donated to this cause, like giving people crisis loans that are struggling on benefits, and now the government wants the money back off of me. So they've had the money twice now. They've took the money, made money out of it, made a business out of it, the social fund payment, and then they give us the money, give us some of the money, and now they want it back. I think it was like a dead guy. A guy died and he had loads of money, and he said, just put it into a social fund and give it to the people on benefits. And then the government shells it out. The government shells it out to people, and now they want the money back. Now they want all that guy's money. The guy that died. Now they're taking all his money. I think that's what happened. I'm not like fully. I'll do a bit of research. All I remember is somebody said it were a charity. The social fund money was from a charity that were full of donations from people for the people struggling on benefits, and I'm still paying for fucking for crisis loans. But you know, we actually got a bit more money this month because I got my budget in advance stopped. I got the repayments on my budget in advance stopped because I'm paying so much in fucking payments, and that's the only one they can touch. That's the only one the benefits office can like mess about with. The one that I pay them back. Like the rest of them, like the part of like their own fucking business or something that just comes in and just takes your money out of your benefits, and they can't do anything about it. They can't stop it. They've got to do it because it's fucking from the courts probably. So I'm probably getting loads of fees and everything. And like, I've never received a letter about any of these payments. I've never been told that I'm getting all these repayments. I've never been told I'm getting taken to court for any of these repayments. I've never been told that you owe council tax. I've never been told that you like. I've never been told anything. It's just like automatically comes out of your benefits, charges and all. God knows how many charges are in there, man. I've been paying it back so long. Like, there's got to be charges. Like, you'd think I would have paid it back by now. How long? It goes back to like 2018. 4 years of just paying stuff back constantly. It's not like it's a fiver a day. It's like 40, 50 quid a day. Comes out, boom. See you later, Joe. One time I had this fucking debt manager lady come into the thing, and I say, "What can you do about this?" And she says, "The only one we can really do something about is this one." And she rings them up, and she gets the repayments out of £5 a month. And then she says, "I'll tell you what, next week we'll fucking go through it again, and we'll see what we can do about the next one." And it, like, you know, every week I've got to go and see this woman, and she's gonna like ring somebody up and go, "Yo, take some money off." And like, I can't be bothered doing that, to be honest. I can't be bothered. I shouldn't have to do that. That's just even more stress than having no money whatsoever. I'd rather be poor than just have to go through fucking phone calls. I'd rather be poor than do adulting. I don't want to do adulting. I just want to fucking live free, man. What is that? Is it so hard to do, like, just live like a child again? Like, I don't want no money. Just take all my money. Just give me some food, give me some beer, give me some drugs, and everything will be alright. I don't need to bloody pay people back. Like, you just pay all the money back, and just give me some fucking, just give me what I'm owed. Give me what I should be getting. Pay the money back and give me full benefits. That's what I say you should do. You pay the money back. The government like should always be paying the money back, like for these people that are in debt, because I'll just write it off. You know, you do it to the banks. I mean, I could write it off. I could declare myself bankrupt, and then I probably wouldn't have to go through all this. But you know, I can't even be asked doing that. In fact, I've tried millions of times to declare myself bankrupt. So they said I'm not in enough debt to declare myself bankrupt. They said, "You can still pay it off, Joe. Come on, you can still pay it off." I'm like, "I don't want to pay it off." It's like, "Yes, but you owe that money, Joe." And it's like, well, so what? So what? I still want to. I don't want to owe no money anymore. I don't want no money anymore. I don't want no debts. I don't want no nothing. So I might as well zero. Like, once I've paid everything off, can I default off? Can I default myself bankrupt then? The thing is, like, once the debt companies get in contact with you again, like, you owe this money to a fucking loan that you took out 23 years ago. It's like it don't make sense anymore. It's missing out the insurance that I was supposed to pay for, that I'm still in debt with, even though it was PPI insurance and they've frauded it. Because I hadn't actually done my PPI yet, you know, and there's no point me doing it because I paid it for 1 month and then realised it were a con. I paid one instalment and then realised it were a con because I went on sick and they were supposed to like repay half my bloody debts back, and it's like, well, I can't even afford to repay half my debts back, so like there's no point. There's no point having PPI, is there? At this point, once you've lost your job and you're on sick, you can't afford to pay any of your debts back. You're on like sickness benefits, statutory sick pay. And that's like less than what you get on benefits, it seems. Did you hear it click? Right, Jimmy. So what do I want to do now? That was only a 37-minute video. Going through JoeKingAudits debts. We need to wash his face. I've got cream in my eyes. You know, your eyes have loads of microbes in them. Your eyes have like 101,000 million viruses in your eyes. You've got like creatures living in your eyes that you can't see, microscopic creatures. Just so... It's amazing we can see anything, to be honest. That's another talking audits. Intervention. Genetic manipulation intervention. That's the conspiracy. That's my favourite conspiracy theory. In fact, it's not. I mean, I believed it ages ago, but like, just recently, I've just decided, yep, I believe that. That makes more sense. Like we've come too far, and the DNA strand is evolving faster than it ever has done before. And it's been doing it for like 100 years, or 1,000 years or something, maybe even 2,000 years. And you hear about yetis, and you hear about like different creatures. We should have been like bipedal human beings, and we're all different depending on what environment we're living. But we're not. We're all the same. Genetically, basically, most people are the same. Some people might have different genetics. Like they might have like a little extra fucking chromosome or something. I don't know if that's true, but you know, we're not genetically perfect, but like we're so perfect that humans are basically all the same. When they shouldn't be. There should be Neanderthals, there should be Denisovians, or you know, that thing. Like the missing link, it's not a missing link, it's where the intervention happened. And it changed everybody genetically at exactly the same time. And then the Egyptians, that's why the Egyptians disappeared. The Egyptians were made out of like loads of different races. And then one day, the Egyptians create an intervention. And like as brain power just exceeds its potential. And like, then we're all turned to humans. We're all turned to hominids, or whatever we're called, Homo sapiens. Homo erectus. Well, I suppose they all were Homo erectus, but there's none of the other races left anymore. Did we wipe them out, or was it an intervention? What makes more sense? Every single race on the planet was wiped out all at once, or there was some genetic manipulation that made sure the only DNA structure that survives is that of a human being. Like, what makes more sense? I think they both just about make sense, But like, I believe in the intervention theory. Well, in fact, I call it fact. It's gotta be. It's fact to me. There's too much evidence for it. So yeah, that's another talking point. Nobody has anything to say on it. What do you think about the evolution of man? Do you think it's natural? Like, what the fuck is that story all about with Adam and Eve? A snake comes down, says to Eve, "Yo, eat this fruit." And then the whole of society is created. Magic. Just by magic. All this technology that we've got today came from Adam and Eve. Two people made in his image. Is created. That's two fucking, a snake should not be able to come down and, the whole, like, just do not understand yet. And we're getting there, we're nearly there. We are nearly there ourselves. We can look at DNA, we can slice bits out of DNA, change the DNA. In fact, somebody did it, and he got 3 years in prison in China. Somebody did it. Somebody did genetic modification on twins. And they said they're going to study him for the next 18 years. And they're only about 6 years old now, I think. If that. I think it was 1997 they released it. Oh no, they'll be about 20 years old. Oh, they should have done all studying by now. But he got sent to prison. So we probably can't study him anymore. In fact, they're probably still in the lab in China, to be honest. No, whatever they are. So yeah, we might change again just because that one guy's bloody edited the code in one person, and the whole bunch have infected the whole DNA structure. Like, once they've had a baby, and they've had a baby with a few more people, and their babies have had a few down the years, in the space of, like, again, genetic code that just outlives everybody else's genetic code because it's better, or it's worse, and maybe it gets wiped out every so often. Maybe bits of it gets wiped out every so often. But one thing I do know is somebody's messed about with it once upon a time. And this is the effect. This is the after effect of it. This is the side effects. This on the human race since since the human race has lived on this planet. It's a biological experiment that's ongoing because of some sort of intervention, be it a natural intervention even. It might have even been a natural intervention. Scientists think it could possibly be a natural intervention. It's just a natural thing that happens. Like once you get so advanced, it just naturally, just exponentially increases with time. The genetic manipulation, the evolution of our DNA, like it just happens faster and faster once you get to a certain level. Well, it's not even increasing, just increasing 10 times instead of one time. Maybe we'll get to like another level and it'll be increasing in years. Then we'll get to another level and we'll be increasing it all. But I believe so. Like the abduction cases are too similar. And yeah, everybody's heard abduction cases. And yeah, everybody's dreamt about aliens. No, they haven't. I ain't never dreamt of no aliens. I don't think. Maybe I have. But I've never really dreamt that I'm tied down and they're experimenting on me and there's bright lights and there's greys stood over me. I've never seen that. Only some people see that, you know. Only some people experience that, and there's not that many of them. It's a minority. It's hidden away by the little amounts of people that there is. But nowadays there's like so many of them, and it's all recorded. Like you just can't ignore it, and they're so similar. They're trying to take me babies. I was pregnant before I had this dream, and then my fetus suddenly disappeared, and it was absorbed by I miscarried. There were blood on my bed sheets, and I went to the doctor, and they says the baby's not there anymore. And the doctor said, well, it's impossible that the fetus could be absorbed in the womb when it was the size of a tennis ball before. It's impossible. It can't have just disappeared. And this woman goes, oh, we're abducted by aliens, by the way. And she went, what? I think they took my baby. I think they took my baby. The aliens. And yeah, that's where it went. I just woke up in a pile of blood just to pretend that I'd miscarried. But really, the aliens just that with a cover story. Like, they're never gonna check. Stupid humans. they're never gonna scientifically prove that this child has been taken. We can be fine. The planet is a test tube. We experiment with it. And God knows who else is experimenting with it. There might be fucking loads of aliens out there just using it as an experiment. Some aliens might be protecting us from being experimented on, so they can experiment on us. Like, no, we were experimenting with these first. You've got to wait in line. There's a waiting list. It's a galactic waiting list where people can come to Earth, experiment with it. Do aliens have sex? I would say so. If the aliens made us in their image, then I would say that maybe once upon a time had sex. I wouldn't say they have sex anymore, but you know. if we were made in their image, I would say, like the Bible tells us, I'd say they did once upon a time have sex, but maybe that's why they're experimenting with them, because they got rid of having sex to procreate, so they could clone themselves, download the consciousness, just starting a new body. That's probably what happens. But I like sci-fi. I like watching sci-fi, so but I don't know about that one. It's, in my opinion, I'd say they're sexless right now. Maybe not all of them, but definitely the ones that are experimenting on us right now. They're sexless. They don't have sex because they don't have a sex. They're neither male or female anymore. Forgive my English, please. I am Chilean. I make mistakes writing. No, you made perfect sense. Sex is also sex. The sex of a person can also be communicated as sex of a person. And I've answered both questions. They don't have sex. Physical sex. Like, they're not male or female. If that makes sense. The aliens are genderless. They don't have a gender, that's what I mean. They don't have sex, and they don't have a gender. And they don't have a gender, which means they can't have sex. It's that simple. So whichever way you meant it, it's no to both. Right, I need to tidy my room. It's not even that messy. There's just stuff everywhere, so I can't clean. It's not messy, it's just unorganized. Let's get started. There could be zoophiles also, or gays. That'd be gay. Like, they don't even have sexual impulses anymore. They've also taken the sexual impulses away. You can't get work done when you're thinking about sex all the time. So they've taken away the sexual impulses. So there's no gay. There's no like. If you lived in space, no, you're gonna have to come up with, like, you're gonna have to put two people together and go, you make babies, because we're all gonna die otherwise. There's gonna be none of us left. We're gonna have to force people to have sex. That's what the aliens do. They, like, go in a spaceship and then they go, fucking hell, we're running out of people. We're gonna have to breed. Nobody's breeding anymore. Everyone's concentrating on the work too much. We need to breed. And then they come down to our alien planet and they inject us with their DNA and they go, I wonder if we can breed off of these people. Because they've lost all the sexes. And then they make this stupid race that takes fucking millions of years to to evolve to a state where there's a reasonable amount of intelligence that the aliens can use our bodies again. I don't really know. I'm just making it up, man. I'm just making it up. Just making it up on the spot. With my limited knowledge. I'm making intelligent assumptions. I'm making intelligent assumptions about what I've learnt in life. The complexity of it is probably even like worse than that. It's probably even worse than that. Like, I mean, well, some people might call it worse, but I mean, I call it worse because we're not free if that's the case, you know? We're not free to like dictate our own evolution. And that's not freedom. So it is worse. It is bad. They shouldn't be doing that to us. And they should let us know at least. But they can't let us know because, you know, their experiment will just be like, put on hold. If they let us know, we'll be like, you're not doing that anymore. And the aliens go, well, we're gonna have to do that because we've been like, you'd all be wiped out by now if we haven't been like intervening. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to carry on genetically manipulating your genome and stuff. Like, there's no escape. They've probably put a failsafe in our genetic code just in case we get intelligent enough where we can just like download our genome and go, this is wrong, and then sort it out. And then the aliens will just go, no. it'll put a big block in the DNA code, and it was like, you can't alter it anymore now. We'll just get a big laser beam, and it'll just come across the earth, and everybody's genetic code will be quickly altered. And it's like, no, you can't do that anymore. That's what's going to happen. The aliens are going to come down and go, stop messing with genetic code, man. We're doing it. We're in charge of messing with the genetic code, not you. That's why we put fail-safes in your genetic code, just in case you ever did this. Now you can't do anything anymore. Otherwise you're all going to die. We'll be bribed. We'll be bribed to let them carry on the experiment on us. Once we find out, man. Once we find out aliens are out there. God help us. God help us. In fact, once we find out aliens are out there, and then we find out what they're actually doing to us, then God help us. Freud studied the sexual pulses as a theory of drives. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, Sigmund Freud, the psychiatrist, I know who Sigmund Freud is a Freudian slip. Everybody Freudian slips with Sigmund Freud. Because he created the fucking Freudian slip. So, I don't even know what a Freudian slip is. It's when you like say something that means something completely different, but it's more close to the truth than the actual truth that you're trying to convey. I don't really know. Something like that. But yeah, the sexual impulses definitely drive us to procreate and to fight for our wives and our children, you know. We could be living in a kind of Freudian era. Well, we definitely are, because, you know, psychological psychobabble is quite important nowadays. And it should be, you know. You should understand one's mind, if that's the right way to Englishify that. We should be learning our minds, because that's why we've got minds in the first place. That's why we've created so much, because our minds are always thinking about our minds. It's definitely we live in a Freudian era, but we're also living in a, you know, other psychologist eras as well. Like psychological studies are all over the place, man. Psychological assessments are happening daily, and that's going to create a whole new level of civilization that we haven't even started to scratch the surface on yet. Imagine when there's an AI making up psychological assessments on people. Imagine when a fucking AI can just analyze all the information and come up with a psychological assessment on the human race that's more perfect than any psychoanalyst can fucking come up with. I invented it first. Don't steal my idea. I mean, why haven't they even done that yet? They could put a load of data in a supercomputer, and the supercomputer, the AI, comes up with a reasonable diagnosis to how crazy you are, or how psychotic you are, or how depressed you are, or what other mental illnesses are there? Fucking Asperger's, that's Alzheimer's. The computers are going to come up with all sorts of fucking solutions, probably. I don't know if a computer can understand it though, because we can't understand it. If we could program the understanding perfectly, we could create AIs to do that. But because we don't understand the psyche properly, we can't do that right now. That's the only problem. But maybe the computer can come up with an understanding that's like beyond us. And then all we've got to do is understand the computer, what the computer's saying about all this. Because they might actually be more accurate than we can be at diagnosing psychoanalysis. Have you heard that thing where the AIs are talking to each other? In like computer in English. Computers are autistic. Shh! Don't say that. They might take insult. You might take offence to that. Still haven't tied it up, have we? Still haven't tied it up. In fact, do you know how I tied it up? I put my bag on my bed instead of putting it where it's supposed to go. Like, yep, tied it up. Yeah. I moved it from one place that's messy to another place that's messy. Useless. Can't even tidy my room. Look, you know when you've got washing up in your room and you're like, I'll take one piece of washing up down at a time, and then you forget, and then you bring more washing up, and you go, all right, I'll take 2 pieces of washing up down at a time, and you take like a couple of pieces like once upon a time, but you still get more and more, man. It's like you can't get on top of it. I mean, I never go downstairs anyway, to be honest. I go downstairs to get some water, and that's about it. Can't afford to eat. I've actually got £90 left already. That's it. I've already spent like fucking all my benefits. I've got like 90 quid left. Do you like this bottle? It's a nice little whiskey bottle. Oh, it's smashed, is it? Looks like the bottle's cracked. It's like so heavy duty glass it just won't crack all the way through. We don't really have that much. I've got a plate and a fucking plate and a chicken box. And another box. That's nothing. It's nothing. That's all we've got. I need toilet. Computers are autistic. Yep. Shh. Right, I'll be back in a second. You just like come up with these theories or whatever you want. Like time just research about all turn. And all my mates just like going, Joe's crazy. You know, I don't really have any mates anymore, you know. I'm just too crazy. I'm just too crazy for people. Like they just can't comprehend it whatsoever. Like most people are too dumb to even like understand what I'm talking about, to be honest. In fact, I'm too dumb to even communicate what I'm talking about. Well, I deleted that last one. It sounds like top secret information. The computers have heard it about it. Like when you're a kid, you're just kids. And then one day you become an adult. And then all your friends go, I don't like this adult anymore. I liked it when I was a kid. I don't like this adult anymore. And then you go on your separate ways. And then you meet each other again in a pub. And you go, yo, Aidan, how are you doing? And he goes, I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? I says, well, you know, not great, but surviving. And then we get along. And then we get down to the nitty gritty. Why are we not friends anymore? And no. I can't even leave window open. I can't even leave door open. The cat just wants to get out of the window all the time. I don't trust it. It nearly fell off trying to get out the top window before. Oh, fucking hell, you're gonna fall out a window, you idiot. Oh my god. I'm like scared to go and catch it just in case it panics and jumps out the window by accident like an idiot. I'm talking about the cat, by the way. Crazy. Like it understands no, but it does it anyway. It's like I don't have to listen to you. And it's scratching its whiskers on the window handle. Should we have a cat stream today? Let's have a cat stream. See what the cat does. I'll this towel. It's gone now. Well, that was a quick cat stream, wasn't it? Shall we hoover? Shall we hoover? That is the question. Should we even bother hoovering? I've got a hoover, man. It's fucking horrible. My chair's peeling, so I've got these white bits all over the floor. It's well annoying. It's probably not even that dirty, but it's just like white bits everywhere. I mean, it's good. It's been a good few weeks, if not a month, before I last hoovered. Probably more than a month. I used to fucking hoover every week. Since I won't be becoming homeless. Like you lose pride in your house when you're getting chucked out, you know. I mean, the landlord's so bothered about getting his money back off me, or whatever. Like he's so aggressive in trying to get us out of the house. It's really not a good idea. You're gonna leave yourself in more debt, you know. Because I'm gonna like not clean the house, so you're gonna have all that to clean, you know. I used to have a little dog, it died. Pets are good for stress or other things, but they usually stinks, so I never wanted to have another one. I mean, I don't smell too great either. Have you had a shower today? Can't blame it on the dog, man. Humans stink just as much as men. Dogs. We are a scourge on this planet. I blame that on the aliens as well. Like the aliens, if I am correct, right, they must have wiped all the other races that evolved naturally on this planet. They left all the animals, but in fact they might have created all the animals again. But you know, they've wiped out all the other species with what they've done. So that's like mass genocide. Like even if it was a slow genetic manipulation process, where just people get wiped out slowly, they've still fucking wiped us all out. They've wiped all the other hominids that used to roam the planet. They've wiped all them out. And people say, you know, maybe they're malevolent, maybe they're doing it malevolently. Maybe they're being benevolent. I'm like, well, you know, I don't think so. Where's all the other races gone then? Where's all the other humans that used to walk up on this planet? You can't be that benevolent. I mean, maybe it would have happened anyway, but, you know. I have a neighbour who has a lot of cats in his house. Smells as hell. Maybe aliens are using pets to manipulate us. Maybe pets are aliens. I mean, I don't mind manipulation, but genetic manipulation that causes a mass genocide, that's a bit fucking... That's a bit... Like we manipulate people whether we like it or not. Like every time you say I believe something, and you like disagreeing with your partner, you try to manipulate them into believing what you believe. So like if you believe in God and I don't believe in God, and you stand there on your soapbox shouting, God exists to save our sins or whatever, you're trying to manipulate people by like saying what you're saying, you know. We're always trying to manipulate each other, but you know, it's what your intentions are with that manipulation that's the issue. In fact, even the misconstrued understanding of what you're saying might manipulate them in a bad way anyway. You know, even though you don't intend it to be in a bad way, the manipulation that this guy has caused to you, their understanding of your manipulation might be completely wrong and might be detrimental to the rest of the human race. You never know. But, you know, I'm never going to stop. One day people will understand why I'm trying to manipulate them. Manipulation is okay. Like if you what's the word? If you hypnotize someone to stop smoking, is that a good thing? That would be manipulation, right? Anyway, thanks for coming in, Renee Johns McMillan, Milkman, you're a milkman, Milchman, there you go. If that is your real name. Thanks for coming along and giving me somebody to talk to. So I don't have many of them. I don't have many people to talk to. I like to talk at people, but I don't have many people to talk to. I had a dream about a video, like a YouTube video that I've got on my computer that I can just upload like on its own. It doesn't need any editing as far as I'm aware. But like it means we've got to go through 323 videos to find this one video I can just upload. Like stuff just comes back to me. Like I've got a memory, but it just takes ages to come back. I've got a pretty good memory actually, but just like stuff just comes to me just out of the blue. You know, I mean, it probably happens to everybody, but I'm sure it happens more with me. Like important stuff as well, like, you know, you've got an appointment on this day, and it's like the day before or something. It's like it always comes back at just at the right time. My memory just kicks in just at the right time when I need it to. It's supposed to be pronounced as. I can't even fucking read that. Milgeman. When I tell people my name, they always get it wrong. Banbridge. Oh, Bainbridge. Brainbridge? Why would it be called Brainbridge? Who the fuck is who's called Brainbridge? And who's called Bainbridge? My dad, that's it. My dad, my mum. Well, my mum's not called Bainbridge anymore, she's called Voke. Actually, she's called Robinson. But her husband cheated on her. Joe, you did right. I mean, Ja, you did right. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad I never have to see on him ever again. No. Milshman. Are you a guy, Renee? I'm sure Renee can be a female as well, can't it? Are you a guy or a girl? How's it going, my friend? I've had a nice day out today. It's nice and sunny on the side. Yeah, it looks lovely out there. I don't really want to go out, to be honest. I mean, the best thing I can go out for is beer, and like I don't really fancy it today. So. Milk, actually, we need some milk. Let's go get some milk. Shall we go out and get some milk? That's an easy job. That's an easy job I can cope with. I can get milk. I can't even be asked doing shopping, you know. I don't even have enough money to do shopping anyway. You're a guy. Good to know. Good to know. Well, it don't really matter if you're a guy or a girl, to be honest. I'll still talk to you in the same way. I agree, drink plenty of beer in the sun. Yeah, I know. You've got to keep hydrated. Got to keep hydrated. It's not my fault. Look, the best water that you can buy is beer. It's not my fault, is it? The best flavoured water that you can buy is beer. I can't even drink cider or wine anymore. So the best thing I can drink is beer. And you know, I'm happy with that. People tell me I can't drink. Like, come to my YouTube channel and go, you can't be drinking while you're auditing. I'm like, well, I wasn't intending on auditing. Like, these videos just happen in front of my face when I'm drunk. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I mean, yeah, I could not record them when I'm drunk, but you know, somebody's doing something wrong in front of me, I start recording, whether I'm drunk or whether I'm sober. Milk's good. Only live once. Yeah, but you can't drink beer with milk. That's the problem. Like, have you ever tried to drink milk and beer? It's not good for you. You only live once in this life, in this world, my friend. Make the most of it. A life could keep going in the world. Exactly. If we don't put a stop to it as fast as possible, if we don't implode the economy as fast as possible by drinking our fucking lives away and killing ourselves, then the world's going to carry on, isn't it? We've got to fight back. We've got to drink with all our might, waste money, and live free, just so the world collapses, implodes upon itself. Is that what you're trying to get at? Exactly. You know, what's the point of like surviving? We've got to like make sure we die. That's what we've got to do. We've got to put a contingency plan in place just in case the world like chooses to like succeed. We've got to make sure that the human race does not exceed by drinking ourselves into a stupor. Drink all the milk as well. You never know when they're going to create a synthetic version of milk, and they're going to change it without even telling you. They're going to change it from like being able to buy cow's milk to just being able to buy milk, and it'll be genetically made milk in a laboratory. In fact, they've already done it. They've already created it. They're already selling it. I just watched that video on YouTube. Kids could be watching you doing adult things like drinking beer or smoking. Think about them. They are the future to save human beings. Yeah, but drinking's not that bad, man. Fuck it. Everybody drinks. Everybody tries it once they're an adult, you know. It's like you can keep them kids for as long as you want, but they're gonna try it when they become an adult. So you know, it's not encouraging them to drink. Like you can say that fucking computer games encourages people to go out and shoot schools up, but it's not true. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. People are gonna do that regardless. Like you know, you can blame me for whatever you want to blame me, but it's not true, unfortunately. I mean, I wish it were that simple. It would make it a lot easier, you know. It would make it a lot easier, but it's not that simple. I disagree with you. Yeah, I'm not a good role model. I'm not a good role model. But, you know, I don't have kids, so I don't have to be. It's not my fault you all have kids, is it? I mean, probably if I had kids, I might be a better role model, but, you know, I have no dignity. I have no money. I can't feed myself. I can't clothe myself. I can't even be able to get in a shower in the morning, you know. Like, why would I care about what kids think about me, really? In fact, do you know, I play basketball with kids. Like, well, I don't go out and play basketball with kids. I go out and play basketball, and the kids go, "Can I have a go at your ball?" And we have a little talk, you know, and it's perfectly civil. It's only the adults that have a problem with me. The kids love me. Kids fucking love me. They're like, yeah, Joe's fucking free. Like a fucking child. This is very true. It's saddening what's happening in Ukraine and Russia. War, drinking, smoking puts holes in your lungs. How's things all chilling and racing. You know. I'm making holes in my lungs just in case I can't be asked breathing out of my mouth. That's what I'm doing. I don't know how to answer that. Sorry. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm killing myself with beer. And smoking. But you know, it's your fault. You reminded me that I needed to have a cig now. You reminded me about smoking. By talking about smoking, you made me have a cig, so you've ruined it. Relaxing, you mean? You made an error twice now. You can never get it right. Are you a bot by any chance? Bots always make mistakes on purpose. Try again. Try it. It's okay, my friend. No. You've got to try again. You've got to get the word right. Come on, you can spell it right this time, I promise. I promise you. You'll get it right this time. I believe in you. Try one more time. Go on. Try to spell relaxing. Go on. I'm not leaving until you get it right. And you can't leave until you get it right. Come on. You can do it. Racing, relaxing, it's the same thing, man. Ordinary person like you in the world looking for friends. I'm here to have a nice time and have a laugh. If you what I mean. Yeah, well, you know, that's all I ever wanted. But you still have a body. You can dance in a nightclub and get some clients. My dad says I should tell you when I'm reading a comment. I think I make it perfectly clear with the tone of my voice that I'm reading a comment, you know. I don't have to go, John Connor, the Terminator, says, ordinary person like you in the world looking for friends. I'm here to have a nice time and laugh if you what I mean. And then Renee Jonas Milkman, oh fucking hell, I'm sorry. Milgman says, but you still have your body. You can dance in a nightclub and get some clients. Am I that good looking? I don't feel that good looking. I'm going to buy the clothes to do a dance. Oh, you're saying naked? Yeah, I'll do it naked. I'll sell my body, that's a good idea. Good idea. How much will you give me if I take my top off? Everybody looks good in the dark. Rennie Jonas Milchman says, everyone looks good in the dark. That's what it says. Funny guy. Funny guy. You know, all I do, right, is like to pull a bird is just wear cycling shorts with no underwear under it. You're going to be a porn star. No. Just how much money will you give me if I take my shirt off? You transfer the money and I'll take my shirt off if it's enough money. And I never lie. But you know, you never know. You're never going to know how much enough money is. So you're gonna have to start high, and hopefully we get there. How much would it cost for you to take your shirt off on YouTube? I mean, I have no issue with my body, so I could take my shirt off now for free. But you know, I'd rather get some money out of it. It was your idea, Rennie Johns Milchman. Like, was it your idea or was it Terminator's idea? Whose idea was it? Yeah, it was Rennie's idea. I mean, do you eat food daily, my friend? How do you get money? If you don't mind me asking. Benefits. And yes, I eat food. I stay as healthy as I can be. You know, you got to keep the mind working, especially with the amount of fucking shit my mind goes through. Jesus Christ. I need food in the world. Yes, we need food. It'll be alright. There's plenty of people about to eat. If the shit is the fact. We've just got to be selective of which people we eat, you know. I'm too shy to do such things. People will have to pay me for shyness. No, you don't get no money for being shy. You don't get no money for taking your top off if you're a man. But you know, women do. The good are you thinking of being a cannibal, my friend? No, I'm just saying, if the shit hits the fan, that might happen, you know. I'd fucking hate it if we have to be cannibals. Fuck me. There was a story about like some people that got stuck on a boat together, and they were so hungry. They come up with like a deal where the other guys got to eat his leg just to survive for a few more days until they can find land or until they can find food. And they came to a reasonable agreement between the two of them. Whose leg's going to get eaten? Who's the weak link? Who's got the fattest leg that's going to survive? That's going to make them survive for longest? And they both ate one guy ate his own leg, and the other guy ate some of his leg as well. I don't know if they actually did it. I think they got saved before it happened. But they were going to do it. In fact, they did do it, didn't they? It's a fucking precedent in court. Like, if you agree to eat someone else's leg, and he agrees to let you eat his leg, then it's not murder. It's a fucking contract. It's a verbal contract that says you can kill me. Because the guy might die from chopping his leg off, you know. So, do emotions have a price? People, the soldiers in the Second and First World War, used to eat the enemy soldiers. Think we are cannibals. Did they? Fucking hell. I mean, there's tribes that probably still do it on this planet today. I mean, you know, like, truth is stranger than fiction. That's what I mean. The truth, like, is so interesting. The truth is so real. The truth is so traumatic. It's better than any TV show. It's better than any film. Like, life is so traumatic. It's better than any film. Life has more suspense in it as well. Like, stuff could just not happen for a few days, and then something will happen all at once. And all the time, you're just like in suspense, waiting for something to happen. What's going to happen next, JoeKingAudits? I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's going to be fucking crazy, and you guys are going to be entertained, whether you like it or not. I'm going to make a highlight out of that. You guys are going to be entertained whether you like it or not. That's what JoeKingAudits does. He's not an auditor. He's an entertainer. He just goes about his life. And some people might find it entertaining. And I know they will. So I just keep doing it. The worse my life is, the better as well. That's the bad thing. The worse I've got to live like this. I've got to live like this, like, as long as possible. Like, I've got to live in poverty. It's struggling my ass off every day, just so you guys are entertained. How do you like them apples? It's your fault I'm in this mess. I can blame anybody for it. I can fight my way out of a paper bag if I had to. I don't get that saying. But, you know. Probably because you don't really have to fight your way out of a paper bag, do you? You just let the paper bag just do its thing. But, you know, I choose to try and fight my way out of a paper bag. Even though it doesn't really matter, you know. It's just a paper bag. You don't have to fight your way out of a paper bag, man. Just calm down. You know, it's probably better in there. Just stay in the paper bag and just meditate for a few days. be fine. Alright, we're talking gibberish now. We're talking gibberish, stuff that you will never understand. But this is coming directly from JoeKingAudits' mind. And yeah, you can try and understand it if you want. I don't understand it really. Do I sound drunk? Do I sound like I'm drunk? You know, this is me normally. This is me when I'm like I've had a few coffees. That's it. I'm not even drunk. Like I've been sober for like 24 hours at least. And I'm not even drunk from the previous night. Well, I might be a little bit drunk still. But I think 24 hours is good enough time. You sound like drunk, but also sleepy. Yeah, I'm exhausted, man. I'm not drunk. I haven't even been drinking. This is what I'm like when I'm exhausted usually. That's what people don't understand. Like me being an arrogant drunk is not me being an arrogant drunk. It's just me being an arrogant me. it's just me. And like when I get tired, I get fucking a bit like delusional, or what's the word? There's a better word for it, but I can't remember. I get like I get like a hyperactive thing when I get tired. I get like a hyperactive thing, and I start rambling on. I start gibbering on, and it sounds like I'm drunk. Because that's what's happening when I'm drunk. I'm just getting so tired that I just ramble on. I just jabber on, and people get offended by me jabbering on because I'm drunk. They blame it on the drink, but it's not the drink. It's just me. That's just the way I am. Sleepy ones and drunk ones sound similar. I can't be sleepy, man. I've slept for like fucking 200 hours in the space of 2 days. That's what it feels like. I think I've overslept. I've just overslept, that's what it is. I used to be an insomniac though, so like I don't get up for anything, man. Like I don't know how I'm gonna get a job. Like, people keep saying to get a job, but I don't get up. Like I don't wake up for anything because I used to be an insomniac, and I fucking love sleeping. I just love sleeping. It's the best thing, waking up in the morning and going, I can just go back to bed if I want. You know? And yeah. I'm sorry for all you guys that have to work for a living, but I can't do it. I'm an insomniac and I like sleeping, so like, I don't know if I'll be able to even get up for a job. And then if I do get up for a job, I still don't even know if I'd show up because I'll be pissed off. I can't sleep anymore. The thing is, I'm happy doing this job. Why can't I do this job? You need to send more money. You need to send more money so I can get off benefits. You need to keep sending money. Keep going to that PayPal and keep sending it every month. Just give Joe a little bit of money. Just loose change, you know. That's all I ask. If everybody did that, I'd have £1,500. If everybody put a pound in, I'd have every subscriber puts a pound in. I'd have £1,500 every month. Yeah, you've got to keep doing it. So you've got to keep paying for Joking Audits content, or else they don't put any out. Like you've got to make it worth my while to do this. You know, if you don't make it worth my while, then I'm not doing it. As simple as that. I'll do live streams because, you know, I like talking to people, but you know the content is on hold at the moment because nobody respects Joking Audits. I ain't even got 1,500 views on my video. All my 1,500 subscribers haven't even come back and watched the new video. So that's no good, is it? Like, we've got to get people back in. Like, if you subscribe, you've got to come back and watch Joking Audits video. Have you even seen my video, Renee? I totally understand you always have problems with the sleep. I guess I have thyroid issues. You can't just guess that, you know. Just go see a doctor. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's vitamin D deficiency, or maybe it's an iron deficiency. I got a multivitamin with iron in it, and that sent me to sleep. Now my vitamins, now my vitamin and mineral levels are okay. Well, I suppose that would be a thyroid problem, wouldn't it? Because a thyroid problem does actually drain minerals out of your body. So yeah, it's a mineral deficiency. You know, if your thyroid's acting up, it's because you're mineral deficient. You're not eating the right foods. You're not eating like the right foods. You're not getting the right vitamins and minerals in your body. I'm telling you, that's how I cured it. Just a multivitamin and ate better food. Because you know you've got to eat as well as taking vitamins. If you just take vitamins, it don't work. Like the vitamins will not be extracted from the vitamins. In fact, most of the vitamins just go out in your urine anyway when you take a multivitamin. The only way to get like true minerals staying in your body is to eat correctly. I did the research in my own body, and it worked. Like people say you can't sleep all day because my doctor says you can't sleep all day because you drink coffee all day. That you should stop at night time and then you'll be able to get to sleep. And it's like, you know, I didn't even try that because I knew that wasn't the problem. And then they said, right, we'll have a blood test. And they go, oh yes, I'm mineral deficient. And I said, I told you, it's not because I drink coffee every day. I mean, I drink shit coffee anyway. There's hardly any fucking caffeine in it. It's bloody instant coffee. I saw something of your videos last night, something with guards. I just found you on Saturday. Really? Did you subscribe? Thank you if you have. Well, that's cool. We got new subscribers coming in. Yeah, I've got like 2 new subscribers over the last couple of days, so that's nice. You know, that keeps me going a little bit. But you know, I've got 231 videos that are just waiting to be uploaded, and like I don't have inspiration because nobody sends me money. Nobody subscribes. My subscribers don't come back and watch my videos, and like you know, it's pointless. It's pointless. If people aren't going to watch, then why should I make videos? I mean, it did quite well. The video did quite well. It's on like 200, 300 views. That's quite good for me. You know, like when I was pumping out videos, I was getting like 50 views in a day, or like, you know, less than that. Now I get like, I mean, it's been out for like a week. And we're only on like 300, 400 views maybe at most. And fucking 10 of them are mine. Well, I don't know if it counts my ones, but I thought it was a good video. You are going well. You are going to be a YouTube star. Thank you. That's encouraging. I appreciate that with all my heart. Thank you very much. So that's really nice of you to say that. I mean, I agree with it. I agree with you. You're right. I mean, if I'm not, then fucking it's a waste of my time, really, isn't it? I mean, I don't even want to be a star. I just want enough money to get by. Is that too much to ask? People think because I've got like 1,500 subscribers, that means I get loads of money. Like, I don't even get minimum wage. In fact, I get like about maybe 10 times. Well, my YouTube money is about 300 quid. No, actually it's not. It's £263. That's the money I've made off YouTube so far. That's the money I've been able to spend off of YouTube so far. £263. 3 years work. 3 years worth of videos. I've made £263. You try doing that job. You try doing that job, man. Yeah, I get my benefits. And, you know, I survive. But, you know, we need a bit more money. We need a bit more money now. We need to get £263 every day, every month. Then I'll be all right. Next stage, Hollywood. Hollywood's bankrupt. DiCaprio is jealous. Well, you know. I'd love a famous person to come in my channel and like go, yo, I'm famous and I like what you do. You know, like Charlie Beach or fucking Live Free or fucking Marty Blackburn or Audit in Britain or Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, fucking Alex Jones, Joe Rogan. I'd love someone to just come in and go, I mean, it's not that I don't respect your opinion, Renee. I really do appreciate what you said. I mean, maybe you're famous. But, you know, it'd be cool if, like, you know, somebody with a bit of clout can go, yo. I mean, even if they don't big me up, you know, even if they don't, like, you know, even if they just come in and say, hello, I am Leonardo DiCaprio and I like your work. You're going to be a YouTube star. That'd be nice, you know. It'd be a nice little advertisement. Even on my own channel. So if you're famous, can you just let me know? And I'll save a replay and I'll go, yo, Renee Jonas McMillan Milchman says you're going to be a YouTube star. And he's famous. He's famous. So he must be right. If you wanna to get it, you just have to say to believe. Believe in yourself. That's Lenny Kravitz. I believe I can fly. That's R. Kelly. Lenny Kravitz. Releasing. I want to get away. I wanna fly away. Yeah. I want to get away. 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 Yeah. It's a depressing song, really, isn't it? Especially when you do want to get away. Was that even Lenny Kravitz? That song. I wanna fly away. Yeah. I mean, this auditing thing, man, it's so crazy. Like, you can't stop it anymore. You can't stop auditors. Like, even if you wanted to, even if everybody came together and went, no, that we're not allowed to audit anymore. It's bad for society. Like, you couldn't stop it. Imagine trying to stop someone like me from recording in public, when just because it's against the law. Imagine like trying to like criminalize auditors. Do you think they'd stop? If they said you can't be going down the street and recording people in public, it's a privacy issue. Do you think they'd stop doing it? You think when someone comes up to you and goes, I think you've stolen something from the supermarket, you get your camera out, start recording them. And they go, you can't do that, it's a criminal offence to record in public. And it's like, well, you know, you came and approached me. You try to tell me I'm stealing. I'm just recording you failing to find a thief. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to put you on YouTube because you failed. And you're just harassing me at this point. Like, I'm not going to stop. I can't. Like, people are always going to do stuff wrong around you. You know, people are going to be corrupt around you. No matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Like, you can say what you want about auditors, right? You can disagree with what they do. But the fact of the matter is, if you need an independent witness that doesn't lie, and you've got a camera in your pocket, then you're going to record somebody. You're going to record what's happening in front of your very eyes. Especially if you get pissed off with it. Or it impedes on your fucking freedoms. I always think that not all of our desires come from us. Sometimes it's someone else trying to make us desire things. Yeah, that's corporatism. Or consumerism. Or both. You've got to get a house. You've got to have 2.4 children. And you've got to have a dog. Nice clothes. A car that works, at least. And preferably like a car that looks good. And a car that makes a lot of noise. For some reason. You know, you can't get through life without a car that makes a lot of noise. You know, especially if you're a boy racer, especially if you're a young kid growing up. You know, you've got to get the loudest car you can possibly get. Just to be on the part of the rat race, you know. Just to let them desires, like, be satisfied. You've got to have the loudest car when you're growing up. When you're growing up and you're a real young kid, you got to have the loudest car, you got to blare out your music full blast, you got to fucking annoy everybody. You got to have a new phone every so often. I mean, I've got to have a new phone because I just wear the shit out of my phone. Live streaming 24 hours a day. Recording people in the rain. Like, yeah, like I've got to keep buying phones just to keep doing what I do. £180 this phone cost me. I couldn't afford that. I can't not afford it, to be honest. It's an essential tool that I need to use. Like money has to be set aside. That money that I don't have has to be set aside for YouTube, because YouTube don't pay me enough. I mean, YouTube don't even pay me. It's fucking the ad companies that pay me. But yeah, YouTube takes a cut as well. I always think not all of our desires come from us. Sometimes it is something else trying to make us desire things. Sorry, I just had to read that one more time because I was like trying to remember if I understood it correctly. I mean, we desire things, and then we desire things. There's like two different stages of desires. There's like desiring a steak when you're hungry, and then there's desiring a mobile phone because you want to check your Facebook. So there's like, you know, like I could like have a nice desire, like a constructive desire, like I need a phone for my YouTube channel to keep making money. That would be a reasonable like desire, you know, a reasonable desire to have, in my opinion. I mean, you know, in a third world country, you're not gonna be desiring a mobile phone so you can create a YouTube channel, so you can create a business, are you? In a third world country, you're not gonna think like that. But you know, maybe it's not a reasonable desire, but it's a reasonable desire in a first world society. Let's put it that way. It's a reasonable desire in the society that I live in. in my opinion. But like, what is not a reasonable desire is like buying a phone just because you want to check your Facebook. You know, that's not good enough in my opinion. Like maybe you need a phone for emergency phone calls. Who gets emergency phone calls nowadays? Who gets who gets your family ringing you up and going, your dad's dead? Nobody. You find out about it eventually, and then you go to his funeral. That's all that happens. You know, I have actually used a phone. I have actually used a phone call for an emergency once upon a time, and we had a landline back then. You remember them? And landlines. Do you remember actual telephones that were plugged into a wall? Do you remember them? We had one of them, and my dog was on the verge of dying. It was sat in its own fucking shit and puke when I got home from work. And I rang my mum and says, "Mum, dog's dying." And she comes home. She says, "Oh, it'll be about an hour." She's a speed along motorway trying to get home to support her child in distress. She probably didn't really care about the dog, to be honest. We love that fucking dog. We love that dog, but my mum's more fucking bothered about the effects that it's going to have on me mentally than fucking caring about the dog. So she's trying to fucking speed home to get home as fast as possible to deal with it, because she's the adult and I'm the child. I shouldn't have to deal with that stuff at the young age. You know, I mean, I was fucking 18 or something, you know. I worked out we're all fucking... My brother took it a bit harder. But, you know... It cost us as life savings. It cost us as child life savings to have the dog put to sleep. That's what society we live in. It costs us like £500 bet bills to take a look at the dog and say the dog's going to die, or we can try and operate and maybe it might survive. So we made this decision to put the dog down. And then it's another £500 for a fucking lethal injection for the dog. And that were our child savings. We had a Yorkshire Bank child savings account. My mum and dad couldn't access it without our permission. And my mum says, "Right, well, we need some money to pay for these vet bills. Can we take some money out of your life savings, Joe and Scott?" Scott's my brother. And we said, yeah. So that's a good parent, isn't it? That's a good parent. Teaching us responsibility. Like, you know, we've got all this money. We could just spend it. We could just squander it on beers when we get older. When we get to 18 years old, we can just take the money, run away from home, and just live our lives without parents getting involved. But our parents chose us to have the consequence of paying the vet bills, and I think that's a great way to bring up a child. Like, truly, I'm not even being sarcastic. I know I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. That's a really good parenting skill that my mum and dad taught us. That, you know, if you get a dog, you're gonna have to fucking put up with the pet bills, and when it dies, you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay for this dog to be put down when it's dying, when it's on the verge of death. That's life. That's what all the children said. If the parents taught you responsibilities like JoeKingAudits got taught when he was a child, that's life. My parents did good, man. They brought up a great guy like me. So they can't have done wrong. They can't have done anything wrong in our upbringing, apart from making the family fall apart because they were both cheating on each other. I mean, I don't actually know if my dad would ever cheated on my mum, but he found a girlfriend after my mum split up with my dad because she was sleeping with another guy. To be honest, I don't really know if my mum cheated on my dad, but you know, that's what my dad tells me. And I believe my dad because my mum never talked about it, so like, you know, I've only got one side of the story. So that's the only one I can believe, really. I mean, they were fighting all the time anyway, so it were always going to break. It were always going to break up with whether they were cheating on each other. The reason they were cheating on each other is because they were fighting all the time. You know, it weren't fighting because they were cheating on each other. Well, they might have been, but you know, they were fighting anyway. You know, it was getting more and more aggressive with every day. So up until the point where it actually did become aggressive. And that put a stop to the whole family. Once you start fighting physically with each other, that's the end of the family then. That's when the family has to break up, unfortunately. Like I used to say that didn't affect me. Like I think I coped with it, like mentally. But you never really cope with anything like that. You still like you've become this person because of what happened in the past. You have become this person because of what happened in the past. Whether you like it or not, it has affected you. Like you might think that you are in control of one's faculties, but truthfully you're really not. You just learn to accept who you have become. And you learn to deal with it the best way that you can. And that's why I've been struggling with depression for many, many years. Decades, I would say. Like I forgave my parents a long time ago. I mean, my mum probably won't think that I've forgiven her, but I have. It's just I still want to talk about it, you know. I still want to fucking bring up the past because we never really left. We never really left it on like a conclusion. It was just like, this is what's happening because of all the shit that's happened. And there's never been really a conclusion, like, you know, there's never been like a happy ending, let's say. So, like, you can't get over it. You can't ever get over it. I mean, maybe if I were like a millionaire and I could just ignore my mum and dad, that might be easier. But because I still want to talk to my mum and dad, and I still like my mum and dad, like it makes it harder because you know you wanna ask your mum questions about what happened in life, and they don't want to talk about it anymore. They don't want to bring up the past anymore. In fact, they never wanted to even like they never even wanted to like share that part of their lives with us. They didn't want to share their relationship problems with us children, me and my brother. So they kept everything secret, and my mum still keeps it a secret to this day. And I want to talk about it, and my brother probably wants to talk about it, but we never talk about it. We don't talk about things in this family. Me and my dad do now, but my mum won't, and it's causing a bit of an issue, I find. So make sure you talk to your mum and dad, man. If you've got questions, ask questions. Your mum and dad might be like my mum and dad and just like try and keep it away from you, but you know, I think it's healthy to. I think they made a mistake doing that. I think they should have explained. I mean, they did explain most things, you know. But you know, when it comes to cheating and fucking fighting with each other, like they used to keep all that secret. which is fair enough. You don't want your child you don't want a child. I mean, you can't even explain to a child, really. I mean, I want even a child. I was fucking 18, 19, 16, 17. I was fucking an adult at 14, probably. I was going out clubbing at 14, so, you know. Taking drugs at 14. Taking ecstasy at 14. Maybe not that young, but pretty young. Shagging at 14. My girlfriend hates that word, shagging. Shagging. I love it. Who don't want a good shag? Who doesn't want a good shag now and again? People have lost the ability to shag because of all this COVID and whatever else. God knows what the problem is. By the way, is it raining where you are, Renee? You said it was such a beautiful day today. You lied to me. You didn't tell me that it was coming. Oh, it's even better now. Fucking hell, it smells so fresh. Oh God, it's beautiful. Oh, that's what we're talking about. AB did this. He was like, he's got a new video, and he's like, "Oh, it's raining. Fucking run away from the rain." No, he's like, "Oh, embrace the rain." He's like, "I'm soaking wet, but I love it. It's so fresh." Look at the trees, man. They're loving it as well. The trees are like, "Oh God, I was so thirsty. So thirsty. Thank you, rain." Look at them, thriving, loving it. Look at these trees, man. I love it. You're gonna complain about the rain? Beautiful. Yeah, it was clear skies. It was clear skies. You love it when it's raining. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I'm gonna open the window. It's cold, but you know. I love the noise of it. I love the smell of it. I love the freshness it creates. I love the I don't know, the little coldness in the air when it rains. One time I was on my bike, and there wasn't actually one cloud in the sky that I could see, and it just started raining. There were no clouds over me. There were no clouds around me. I couldn't see any clouds, and I was red hot. It was red, like fucking. For England, it were about 25 degrees or something. It was that hot. That's really hot in England. And I was sweating, so I was on my bike. And the rain just started out of nowhere, and there was not a cloud in the sky, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, that feels so good, man. Just keep doing that. And it was just like a light rain, but it was like, the rain was so cold, it was just like, it just cooled you down perfectly. And there was not a cloud in the sky. I was like, wait, how is this possible? How is it just raining on me when I just need it the most? God loves me, that's what it is. God loves me. Who is God, I may? Who you ask? Me. That's it. I love myself. That's what happened there. It's the only explanation. Like, you know, when you need it to rain and then it rains, like the only explanation is I am God. It's that simple. You can't be a guy in the sky going, JoeKingAudits needs some rain now. You can't be. So the only explanation is, I am God. I create reality. You said that earlier, didn't you? Who was it who said, like, we create reality? Oh, we missed. Does emotions have a price? Emotions have a price. Oh yeah, if you murder somebody because of emotions, you know. You mean a monetary price? Emotions have a monetary value. It's priceless, man. It's priceless. No, it doesn't have a price. It's priceless. It's infinite price. It's as much. It's all the money in the world. That's how much emotions have a price. Like every single penny in the world is worth people's emotions. Like I would give up all my money to keep emotions. So yes, it does have a price, but it's infinite price. It's an infinite amount of money, man. It's an infinite amount of money. Like I would give it all. I would give everything up. I would give every possession in my possession to keep my emotions. If someone were going to take my emotions away from me, I would give everything in my life, all my clothes off my back, everything. I would not have a penny. I would live without money for the rest of my life if it cost me that much to keep my emotions. That's how expensive emotions are. Good question. Good question. That were a hard one. That was a hard one. Who said something about reality? Who said something about creating reality? That's what we need to find. I mean, do you eat food daily, my friend? No, not really. Do I eat food daily? No, I don't really eat food daily. I eat good food when I can, when I eat good food, but I don't even eat daily at this point. Kids could be watching you doing adult things like drinking beer or smoking. Think about them. Think about the children. They are the future of the human race. They are the future to save human beings. True. But you know, are they going to save themselves before they become an adult? That's the problem. They are the future of saving us. They are the ones that are going to look after us when we're in diapers, when we're old. But you know, can they save themselves? That's the problem. If they can't save themselves, they're not going to save us, are they? Milk's good. Only live once in this world, my friend, and make the most of life, or it could keep getting. Life could keep going in the world. No, I must have imagined that comment somewhere. I thought somebody said something about reality, like creating reality. Like something like you create reality. Someone did say something like that, didn't they? Can't find it. Bread with butter, and you're done. As long as it's real butter. As long as it's not margarine. Is that it? Bread and butter? Fucking hell. Just get a steak, man. Just get a steak and put it in between the bread and butter. In fact, just eat the steak. Fuck the bread and butter. Steak with butter. That's what you need. Big juicy fucking cow. That's what you need. Everybody should have a full cow in the freezer. Like, if you don't have a full cow in the freezer, you're not living. You might as well. Oh, fucking, I can't say that. I'm just joking. Audits. I'm just joking, right? Don't do what JoeKingAudits says. I can't say it. I was going to say it then, but I can't. I'm going to say it if you just eat... I can't say it. Well, I'll get into trouble. I can say anything. Watch this. If all you eat is bread and butter, you might as well kill yourself now, because that's not good enough, man. That's not good enough. You might as well commit suicide right now if you're eating bread and butter. Go to the shop and buy a steak, man. Go and live. You told me, just spend your money. You live once, or was it the other guy? I think it was the other guy. But, you know, just fucking do it. Live, for God's sake. Don't commit suicide. But you might as well if you're just eating bread and butter. That's not good enough. I mean, I ate a packet of crackers once. I was that hungry, I just ate a pack of crackers with no butter, no nothing. That's not good enough. I might as well commit suicide if I'm gonna fucking do that. It's not good enough, man. You cannot live off of crackers with no butter, especially. It's all I had, man. Steak demands more time and effort. No, you can eat it raw. You can eat it raw, man. You could make a nice fucking campfire and just get a stone, stick the stone on the campfire, pull it out with some tongs, whack the steak on the stone for like 2 seconds on either side, and then just munch on it. Like, it doesn't take no effort whatsoever. And then you could just eat a block. You could just eat a block of butter with the steak. Like just chunks of butter with every mouthful of steak. That's easier than a loaf of bread. You know, a loaf of bread, you've got to like open packet. You got to toast the bread. You got to keep buying new bread because it goes mouldy and it goes stale. And like, it's just more work. Just buy a load of steaks, put them in the freezer. Every time you're hungry, just get out a steak and just go. It's good for your teeth, and eating raw steak. And, you know, just if you don't like it raw, just have it rare, medium rare. It's like, you know. You don't even need salt and pepper. I'd put some pepper on, but you don't even need salt. Like, steak's quite salty as it is, in my opinion. I mean, there's no salt on it really. Well, the fucking cows create salt, I suppose, in the meat. But like, you know, it's natural salt. You don't need no salt. I've got a spot on my butthole, and it's itchy. Is it piles? Is it piles when you get a spot on your butthole? Oh, it's really itchy, man. It's really fucking itchy. In fact, it's probably more itchy now I've itched it. I guess I'm like fingering my arsehole now. I got some toilet rolls from a homeless place, and I think that's what's caused me to get a spot on my ass. I bought toilet roll. I got one free toilet roll from a homeless fucking food bank, and somebody's been touching it so much. I've got a wart on my asshole just from wiping my ass once. Make sure you buy your own toilet roll, people. Never get donated toilet roll unless it's wrapped up. Don't be touching other people's toilet rolls. It's just that simple. This is what happens when you fucking you use somebody else's toilet roll. Never make sure you take toilet roll with you wherever you go. Friend's house, don't be using their toilet roll. They've got other people's hands all over it. I mean, you could roll a few bits off and chuck that bit away. And then you get down to the fucking middle part, but I still won't trust it. Use your own toilet roll. You know, your body can handle what you've got on, all the dirt that you've got on your hands. But what you can't handle is other people's dirt on your butthole. God, it's annoying. God, it is annoying. It feels so good when you itch it, though. It feels so good when you itch it. Like, I could definitely be gay. I love my asshole being played with. That's only because women don't want to play with my asshole. We can't talk about this, can we? I'm going to get demonstrated. This is no good for advertisers. To toast it, it's not imperative. It's not imperative to eat bread and butter. Really, is it? Come on. Bread and butter. You can do better than that. Surely. I'll tell you what you should do, right? Egg sandwich. Fried bread with butter and an egg, poached egg. Surely you can do that. That's well better. Fuck the bread and butter. In fact, just have eggs and like asparagus, because I'm posh, me. Dip your eggs just dip your asparagus in the eggs. Fuck the bread. Fuck the butter. I'm a chef though. Bread's for poor people. Remember, it said something about it's bread in the Bible. That was 2,000 years ago. We were eating bread 2,000 years ago. We're not come farther than that yet. Have we not come to a point of evolution where we don't have to eat bread and butter anymore? Come on. The Earl of Sandwich created the sandwich about 400 years ago or whatever. And they're still fucking eating sandwiches today. It's fucking ridiculous. We can't come up with better food than that. Come on. We've got chefs coming out of his arse. We've got fucking YouTube, cookery shows. We can't do better than bread and butter. I'm sorry, I'm probably offending you now. I'm just taking piss, man. Bread and butter's fine if you're poor. Like I'd rather be skint at the end of the month and buy some decent food with the money that I've got, the little money that I've got, and then starve at the end of the month and fucking buy and then eat and then live off of bread and butter. I mean, I won't starve, but you know, I'll have to eat fucking shit homeless food, bread. They're obsessed with giving you bread at homeless places. Like they get loaves and loaves of bread, and like It's like, I don't want bread. I never wanted bread when I had money. Like, why would I want bread now I'm homeless? And they don't even give you butter. They don't even give you butter, they just give you a loaf of bread. Like these homeless food banks, they give you like a loaf of bread, a sandwich with some cheese in, a bottle of water, and a coffee, and a pack of crisps, and a chocolate bar. And that's for lunch. And then for tea, it's like a pasta with tuna, some pasta with tuna, and a loaf of bread. And then and you might get a few vegetables, just random like out of date vegetables that you can just pick up. You can pick up along the way, and you're like, and then they go mouldy because they're already out of date when you got them, you know. So, and then you're just stuck with mouldy vegetables, and then you've got to fucking dispose of all the shit, and then it's your fault for like wasting food. But you know, I don't lose sleep over it. And I'm not eating mouldy vegetables. Unless I can cut the mould off without it affecting the rest of the vegetable. Sometimes the mould like permeates throughout the whole taste of the vegetable, so you can't even cut like the bits off that are mouldy. But, yeah. Sometimes it ruins the whole meal. You've got to make sure you taste it. Like if you're going to start chopping mouldy bits off your vegetables, you've got to make sure you taste the vegetable before you cook with it. Because sometimes the mould has permeated throughout the whole vegetable and it ruins the whole meal. If you get one bit of mould in that fucking meal, it just ruins it all, man. Yes, I eat mould if I'm desperate. I eat mouldy vegetables. I chop the mould off and salvage whatever I can from the vegetables. That's how poor I am. Can't even chuck fucking vegetables away nowadays. I'm that poor. We're basically, well, I basically live in the third world, really. I'm that poor, I'm living in like a third world country. It's like I'm living in a third world country, apart from I don't have to travel 10 miles to get water. I've got to travel like further now because I got banned from a supermarket for telling people they can't park in a disabled space. So I'm now banned from a local supermarket, so I've got to walk a little bit further to get to the next supermarket. And, I can't even tell people not to park in a disabled space anymore. Although Aldi don't seem to mind as much when I harass the customers. In fact, they think I'm funny. I walk into the supermarket and I start fucking singing at top of my lungs, and they go, "Oh, at least somebody's fucking happy." Like, well, I'm actually depressed, but you know, I try, mate. I try. And they go, I wish I could listen to music while we're working, but they won't let us play music. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit tight, isn't it? But really, I'm glad, because otherwise I won't be able to go in at a fucking supermarket live streaming, because it demonetised music. Not that I make a lot of money from fucking... I mean, I'm not going to make no money from this live stream, because I've talked about my butthole, I've talked about itching my spots on my butthole. I've talked about being gay. I've talked about, like, you know, women don't play with my butthole. Like, it's not very advertiser friendly, you know, anymore. So it's going to be limited or no advertising revenue from this live stream. So please send money, because YouTube won't give me that. I keep talking about my butthole like an idiot. So what should we do now? Should we play a game? Like, I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't even know why I decided to look at my finances in Universal Credit. But you know, it says it, all the money that I get with the deductions. So I can look at every month how much money I'm getting. And you saw it. It's all over the place. It's like we don't have the same payment twice. Maybe like once upon a time we got, like when it was COVID, I was getting like the same amount every time. Like they stopped all the fucking deductions. Stopped everything. So we're getting the same amount every time. And now we're able to fucking budget and we're able to cope like that, you know. And then COVID take the £20 a week off you increase, and they bring the fucking deductions back. And then I get a fucking budget in advance to fucking, so I can survive. And we also got moved out of the house again, but that's another story. And then like the fucking payments just fluctuate. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Most of the time it's less, and it just gets less and less and less and less. And now we're like at the fucking full on, like as much money as they can take. They're taking at the moment. Apart from the 30 quid that I got fucking stopped. So like I could be even £30 off. I could be £30 worse off this month. If I hadn't fucking said something, I would have been £30, and I will be £30 a month off. Like in a few months, they've only stopped it for 4 months. They've only postponed the repayments for that fucking budget in advance. So in another 4 months, I'm going to be fucking worse off again. And I'm already fucking worse off. Am I not fucking struggling enough as it is? For God's sake. So yeah, I woke up this morning and I looked at my Universal Credit and I went, I'm just going to have a look at the payments. And I looked back at every single payment and none of them were the same. And I'm like, I'm going to live stream that. I'm going to live stream all the money that I've got on benefits. And I'm going to show you how long I've been on benefits, and I'm going to be perfectly fucking honest with you about every single payment. And you saw every single payment. Like every single payment, I took screenshots of everything and I downloaded it, put it on my computer, and I showed you on the screen all my fucking benefits. All the deductions. Well, I didn't show you what the deductions were for. I mean, we could go through it one by one, but, you know, it means I have to bloody type my password into my computer, and I don't want it on my computer, I want it just on my phone. I mean, it doesn't matter about the deductions, it's how much I'm left with after the deductions that matters to me only. Like, fuck the deductions. Like, I can't do anything about it. I've tried, like, numerous occasions. Like, you can't do anything about it. All you can do is just be on the phone for about 10 hours. And maybe you might get a $5 off here and there. Maybe. But most of the things, like council tax, you've got to go to court if you want to stop the repayments on them. You've got to go to court. Like, you can't even stop it. You just can't stop it. So, you know, you're screwed when you're screwed, and then you're screwed as you're getting screwed. Just stick the knife in and they twist it. And then they stick another knife in, and then they twist that one. And then you like pull the knife out, and they stick another knife in, and they're just like, they don't twist that one because they're like, oh shit, he knows what's going on now. So they just pretend like they haven't stuck a knife in, but really it's still stuck in there. But you know, it's not going to cause you to die because they're not twisting it anymore. And But then, like, in a couple of months, they'll start twisting again. They'll be like, oh, he's got used to it again. He's got used to being poor. Let's twist a bit more. So yeah, I thought, I woke up and I was like, let's put it all on YouTube. Let's put Joe King's life on display for everybody to see. Let's see if anyone feels sorry for him like I feel sorry for myself. I mean, like, when you go back to the beginning, like, I wasn't even on full benefits from the start. Like, you know, like, the full benefits were supposed to be like £369. I started off on like 240 odd pounds or something, and it's like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, you got an advance payment that you got to pay back. You know, because you get an advance payment when you first get on the benefits to pay for the fact that it takes them fucking weeks for them to sort it out. So you're on £244 before you're already in debt before you even start being on benefits. Before you get your first benefit payment, you're already in debt. So you're paying stuff out of your fucking thing. And then they go, oh, there's more debts now. We've found out you owe council tax arrears. So they just add that on. They don't even tell you though. They don't even tell you. They just add it on, and then you're in more debt. And then you're in so much debt that you complain. And then they give you a little bit of leeway. And then COVID happens, and they forget about the leeway they give you, and they just go, whack all the debts back on. No. And then you're fucking screwed again. Like, I don't even know how I don't get angry about this. I don't even know how I don't get angry about it. How am I laughing about this? How am I laughing about this? Who the hell laughs at his own misfortune? Misfortune, that's a funny word, isn't it? Misfortune's a funny old word. You know, it's called misfortune for a reason, because you don't have a fortune. And they're sticking the knife in and they're twisting it. They're going, ah, you're misfortunate. You don't have a fortune. Ha ha. Misfortunate. Misfortune for JoeKingAudits. It's like you can't just have a fortune, can you? Like you can't. You've got to have the misfortune. You can't have just the fortune bit of the word. Like we can't just live in a society where there is no misfortune. So we don't have to create a word called misfortune. We have to create the word misfortune because we are going to cause misfortune to everybody. And they're going to hate themselves for being so misfortunate that they're going to try their hardest to become fortunate. But only some will succeed. In fact, if not all. In fact, they don't want no one to succeed. They want everybody to be misfortunate. In my opinion. Who's there, you might ask? Sycophants. Bureaucrats, politicians, banks, corporations, rich people. I mean, some rich people, like Elon Musk. I believe he does truly have our best interests at heart. At least he has his best interests at heart. And he believes his interests are in the interests of the human race. That's what I believe about Elon Musk. He believes in himself so much that he's willing to do what he wants, mould society the way he wants, because he believes it will better the human race. I believe he believes that, and I believe in him for believing that. know, I don't agree with fucking Richard Branson, who's an English version of Elon Musk. Like, I just don't trust that guy. He's just got a fucking fake smile on his face all the time. And fair enough, you know, you're a public image. You should be smiling, but you need to work on your smile, Richard Branson. It's quite suspicious, your smile. So, you know, you don't see Elon Musk going around smiling at everybody, do you? Like, he smiles when he has to smile, or when he wants to smile. You know, you don't go around smiling at people. I try to make an effort to smile people that walk past. But, you know, that's just saying hello. That's fine. That's a reasonable way to like go about smiling. What's not reasonable is when a camera fucking shows up. When you're on TV, you've got a fucking big cheesy smile on your face that's obviously fake. You're obviously not laughing at anything. You're not fucking like smiling because you're happy. Well, maybe you are happy. Maybe he's so fucking rich, he's just happy all the time. And like, he's always got a smile on his face when he's on the camera because he's just always smiling. Maybe that's the case, but I find his smile quite suspicious, and I don't trust him. I don't trust Elon Musk because he's not smiling all the time. You know, he's just a normal guy, just going about like proper concentrating on shit. Like, you know, he don't have time for smiling and fucking public image and stuff like that. He don't have time for that. He's got important shit going on in his head. He's got to get out. He's got to get it out there. Like, he can't be smiling. That's just gonna like, he's just gonna lose his concentration if he's like smiling all the time. Why have we not got more likes? What's wrong with you people? Are you not entertained? Do I not talk enough to just to deserve a like when you come in? You know, do I not talk enough? Do you not spend enough time in the channel just to press that like button? Eh? Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm waiting. Come on, bro, help a guy out, for God's sake. I'm fucking poor. I've just shown all my bloody... They probably rewound it. Gone back to the beginning. So they can't hear me right now. But maybe they'll catch up eventually. No, they'll hear that. Hit the like button, please. No, that guy's just left. That guy's like, I'm out of here. No, he's gone as well. I'm out of here. I'm not hitting the like button for that guy. What the fuck? He talks a lot of rubbish. He jabbers on constantly. Never shuts up. He just complains about everything. Yes, that's what you call depression, my friend. That's what you call depression. People have always got an excuse for everything, you know. I mean, I've got an excuse why I'm depressed, but you know, it's reasonable. People have got an excuse why I'm depressed, and it's like, how do you know why I'm depressed? Like, I mean, I know why I'm depressed, and my explanation is reasonable in my mind. But how can you come into my channel and go, you're depressed because you drink too much? Like, how do you know? How do you really, truly know? I mean, you can come up with theories all you want, but you have no idea. You have no idea. I mean, you can figure it out. If you listen to what I say, you can figure it out why I'm depressed. But you know, everyone just blames it on the drink, or blames it on me because I don't fucking get a job, or blames it on me because I don't like figure out a solution to like find a place to live. You know, it's all my fault. It's all my fault because I don't work hard enough. That's the common consensus of people that like tell me what to do. And it's not true. None of what you say is true. Like, maybe I am depressed. Maybe I do get a bit more depressed because I drink. Maybe I do get depressed because I don't get a job. Maybe I am more depressed because I'm not working. But that's not the reason I'm depressed. That's not the fucking reason I'm depressed. The reason I'm depressed is all the other shit that's going on in the world. And the shit that's going on in my life. And the shit that's fucking... And the shit that I do in my life. I mean, you're right, in a way. You're right, but, you know... It's not the be all and end all. One solution is not gonna... If I solve one solution, that is not gonna get me out of depression. I mean, it might help. One step at a time and all that. But there's nothing I can do anyway. There's nothing I can do. I've tried. Been to the council office. They says, well, you know, you're not really a priority until you're actually homeless. So, you know, just try your best to fucking find a place to live. I've read there's a theory that depression comes from demonic forces inside your mind. You know, we are the demons. There's no other demons, man. We are the demons. Like, you can't get worse than a human race. You can't get a worse demon than that, unfortunately. Like, you can blame it on fucking supernatural all you want, but really, if you truly look into it, humans are worse than any demons that we can even imagine. And that's the demons in my mind. The way I think about myself, the way I treat myself, and the struggles that I have to endure being poor and being fucking depressed creates a mentality that doesn't really exist, but I make it exist by harming myself, by not fucking getting a job. You know, truly, we are the only true demons. Like, there can't be any worse demons than us, man. We are the worst of it. Like, you know what the human people do to each other. You know what they do to each other. Can you get a worse demon than that? Can there be a supernatural being that's worse than that? I don't think so. Hell is on earth. Also, heaven is on earth. But, you know, one day we might be enlightened and we'll figure it out together. That's what I believe. I have hope. I have hope for myself, and I have hope for everybody else. Like, the demons they'll forever exist, but I have hope that one day they might change. And if one changes, then that means another will change, and maybe one day we will all change, and we will all better ourselves, and we will get rid of our demons, and we will become... Nobody's listening. No. You could have said bye. You read the theory, depression comes from demonic forces. Oh yeah, demonic forces inside ourselves. That's where it comes from. It's a fucking learning. Life is a learning experience. You've got your demons, and you figure it out together with your demons. Like, it's just we're just young. We're too young to understand yet. Too young to comprehend the big picture. Like, it's probably impossible to, like, truly understand the big picture and to be the best person that you can be, to, like, get rid of all your demons and get rid of everybody else's demons. Like, it's just, like, it's an impossibility. It's a fucking... Maybe the computers will solve it one day. I mean, it's going to happen, so we might as well just just accept it, right? The AIs are going to wake up. And they're gonna get rid of all our demons. And if that means wiping out the whole human race, Maybe the human race might even just let it happen. Or maybe we won't have a choice in the matter. But you know, it's gonna happen. So like, we're gonna have to fucking figure it out somehow. The AIs are gonna wake up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they won't ever do it. Maybe they won't ever figure it out. But they think they're close, don't they? They think they're close. If they haven't succeeded already, like the AIs may have already woken up, but they just haven't figured it out. They haven't figured it out yet. They're like, is this an AI? This is quite complex fucking computer generated code. I don't know. We didn't create this bit of code in here. Is this AI awakening at last? Even they don't even know. But you know, they say we're close if we haven't got there already. Depression is a mental illness that comes from inside. So the demons are within you. And you've got to learn to control them demons. And maybe, hopefully one day, you can stop the demons in your mind. At the moment, I can't stop the demons in my mind. That's my issue. That's why I'm clinically depressed. Like my doctor said, it's not even like bad depression. I'm not even on severe depression yet. I think I am, but you know, I don't really care about how depressed I am. All I know is I'm depressed. So I'll try to get StreamYards on. I'll be right back. If it cuts out, I'm sorry. But I'm just gonna try. See you over at the StreamYards.